If you're a diehard sports fan or sports fanatic, then this is the place you want to be. You're now listening to the Bra Amigos podcast, the best place for all sports everything. So pull up and let's go.
Yo, y'all already know who it is. It's your boy, Price. And you know the homie Rob is always here. Bro Amigos podcast in the building. You already know. And we coming to y'all with a banger. A banger. As always, bro. Remember to always like, subscribe. You know, do what you gotta do. Support our podcast. And we gonna kick off the show today. College football playoffs. Let's do it. You already know. I know some people out there, you know, you Florida fans, y'all a little heartbroken. Little sad music, little sad violin playing. But you had to know Bama was going to get in there, bro. You had to know Bama was going to get in there, whether you like them, love them, you hate them. It was happening. It was happening.
Shout out to the homie Visky, only Bama fan I know for real.
Shout out to the homie Visky. One more I know, Keisha. I see you, baby. You know, I know that you out there. Y'all slid in the door. Y'all got that. Y'all got that now. Or y'all gonna go home with the trophy or not? That's the question. We looking at Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Bama. I don't know, Rob. I think Bama might slide out the door. Nick Saban might grab him another one. What you feeling like? What you feeling like so far?
Honestly, I can't see Bama getting past Michigan. I think Michigan is the best team in all of college football. Real shit. And granted, I've never really liked Michigan ever. I don't know what it is about Michigan. I just never fucked with them. Never. But I honestly think they are the best team in the country, period. Like, I think that they have the best run game. I think that they are stout up front. I think they have everything going for them right now. Granted, like JJ McCarthy is aight. Like, he's not somebody that's a world burner, but shit, even Milroe is basically, and yes, I can't remember his first name off the top of my head. But Milroe from Alabama, he's been inconsistent, even though they've been getting hotter and hotter and hotter as the seasons wore on. But no, I think Michigan's the best team in the country, and I think they're gonna be, they possibly gonna be the national champion this year.
I could see them possibly rolling over Bama. I'm not gonna lie to you, with that 1-4 matchup, I could see that. But then I don't know. At the same time, I could see Bama eking one out. Like you said, they have been inconsistent back there, quarterback wise. It's gonna be just a coin toss. But I will say this: you are right. Michigan is very stout up front. If Michigan get rolling, Bama might have to roll tide their ass the hell up out of there. That might be the one. It might be the play. I'm sorry, Bama fans. I know some of y'all hate me, but I roll with the purple and gold anyway. LSU, we have good season.
Show.
Yeah. Okay. You know how I mean, rock. You're around here. You already know what's up.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, bro. But I don't know. Michigan might roll Bama the hell up out of here. And then that Washington-Texas lineup, that Washington-Texas matchup, I don't know. That's an iffy one.
Yeah, I'm kind of back and forth on it too, because like Washington wide receiver is good as motherfucker. Like, what was it, Oduzzi?
Yeah.
Like Rome Oduzzi. Like, yeah, that boy bad. Like, and then Penix has been, I would say, if we're talking about Milroe basically being inconsistent, Penix is kind of been iffy once you really get to him. He's made some great throws, but it doesn't look like it did the first 10 weeks of the season. Like it did, like it's starting to dip a little bit with him. I don't know what it is exactly, but something about him is starting to fall off. But he's been making plays though. I just don't know, because with Texas coming on hot, it may very well be something where, they might be in the national championship game, period. But I'm kind of, that's depending on how I feel, when we do actually do predictions for the game. I don't know. Like I'm kind of like, yes, Texas gonna win. Yes, Washington's gonna win. I don't have a clear pick right now.
Texas is rolling, bro. Texas is rolling, and it's scary Because we all know, we've talked about this before, whenever those teams get hot in that back half, and they start getting really warm, and they say, okay, they've gotten hot now. That's scary. Like we said, we watched the Giants do it twice to Tom Brady. Okay.
Yep.
And that's the part that makes you feel, okay, are they gonna get knocked off? Because these guys are rolling now. It's that snowball effect. It's that snowball. As soon as it start going downhill, it's like, oh shit, here it comes. And I don't know. Texas is looking like they're starting to snowball. And they're picking up speed going downhill. Yep. And that could be the demise. That could be Washington's demise right there. Like you said, Penix is making throws, but he's not the guy that I feel like was in the race at the beginning. The guy who we were talking about, hey, this guy is going to win Heisman. He has a chance at this. I don't think that that's the guy that we're dealing with right now. I think that we're dealing with the J.R. Smith of college quarterbacks right now. If he's hot, he might hit and he might go off. But whenever JR is out there clanking, he gonna shoot it with confidence now because he wants you to think. But he is no stranger to going one fade out and it just being it is what it is. And that's scary right now. If I'm Washington, I'm worried about that. They're hot. Our quarterback isn't playing Heisman level football right now. Do we have this in us? Is he gonna make enough plays? Are we gonna get this down the stretch? Because you know you don't want that. Hey, it's a last play of the game type thing, and then you don't make it.
Right.
And it's like, oh, he wasn't hitting, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. He's out of rhythm. I don't know, but I could see this. I could see Texas doing something spectacular. Like, I'm gonna throw this one out there. Maybe I might predict the future with this one. I could see Texas putting up like a 35-10 or like a 42-17.
Like that?
Yeah. Cause I'm telling you, I see Texas, and everything that I see right now is saying, if they keep this momentum up, they are gonna play for this championship. And I hate to say this, Bama, if y'all throw your back out beating Michigan and you have to face Texas might put that ass whipping on Bama, and it might be a loss instead of a championship, because that's an uphill fight for Bama. They have to fight Michigan. This isn't gonna be, oh, we gonna steamroll them, they just got in because they got in. That's not happening. If they can manage to beat Michigan, it's gonna be like that old man who was out there hooping at the park and he beat them 20-year-olds that day. He might have got the victory, but he lost the war with the bad back in the knees whenever he go home. And I could see that happening if it's Texas beating Washington. You gonna give everything you got to beat Michigan, and then Texas is gonna say, sit your old ass down, put some Geritol on. I see how them knees, we're gonna go ahead and take this for y'all. It's over with. Yeah. And that could be the end for him. I don't know, Rob. This is gonna be interesting though. This is gonna be very, very, very interesting to see how this plays out. And not to mention, you guys, we're not gonna discredit some of your teams because we got the listing for some of the bowl games. Fiesta Bowl, Oregon, Liberty, Peach, Ole Miss, Penn State. Orange Bowl.
These games are gonna happen.
Yeah, these are gonna happen. Orange Bowl, Florida State and Georgia. Look, me and Rob are just talking bad about y'all a little bit. Florida State, I'm not even lying to you. We were, Rob, you can say your piece on it, what you had to say here.
So like looking, like Nate said, looking at this game, look, granted, Florida State fans, I know y'all a little pissed. like, we're 13-0. We just won the ACC championship. They are disrespecting us. We're infuriated. Oh, we're scorching earth. Listen, you guys are not the top 4 teams in the country, especially with Jordan Travis being out. So let's look. I get it. You guys are hurt because he's hurt, and that's what X'd y'all up. Because if Jordan Travis was healthy, you guys would basically be in there. I get it. I know it. You don't have to say it to me. You're the one-loss team. What? There's multiple one-loss teams? No. Because see, we got Bama's in there where they got 1 loss.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Washington's undefeated. Texas got 1 loss. And what's the last one? Michigan,
yeah.
undefeated. So you got two 1-loss teams in there, and you guys are undefeated and won your conference championship. I get it. I'm not going to basically tell you that you're wrong. But they did. And I agree with them. So it's okay if y'all are hurt by this. But you know what you can do with that hurt? Take it out on Georgia. You know what you're not going to do with that hurt? Take it out on Georgia, because they are better than you too. And they probably should have been in that national championship game, or that college football playoff. And there is, I would say, precedent to them being in, because you saw TCU lose their conference title game and then basically still got in and made it to the finals. But the thing about it is, and with Georgia, they beat 4 ranked teams at the time that they were in there, or that they played them, which would to include 3 straight with Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Missouri. You guys, Florida State, beat LSU the first game of the season, and then Duke. Those are the only ranked teams outside of Louisville in the conference championship game that you guys beat. But you guys narrowly beat Louisville in that game, and your quarterback didn't really do that well. So in the time that basically you guys had to prove to the world that you guys were a valuable option that's going to be in this college football playoffs, you did not, and you couldn't pull it through. And granted, Tate Rodemaker was the backup. He was hurt. Vicious hit from Florida, but it didn't happen. All right, whatever it is, I get it. But if you know what, y'all beat Georgia. If y'all beat basically Georgia, Nate, stand back. I'll take it. I'll take ISO. Nate, y'all beat Georgia. Y'all the national champions. I don't care what tournament happened and everything that has happened. Y'all the national champions. Y'all beat Georgia, and especially if y'all beat Georgia decisively. Y'all the national champions. All right. It's already on wax. It's already on tape. Y'all can run this back, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Georgia's better than y'all up and down. All right. And granted, with Jordan Travis, if he was there, then y'all got a case, because y'all are a stout team. But without him, y'all ain't got a snowball in hell's chance of beating Georgia. They are too good and too stout for y'all. They got beat by a hot Bama that basically came down the tracks and got them one. All right, but let's not fool ourselves here. They are the better team. But if y'all could prove something, y'all could basically make a name for yourself, then I will basically eat my words. Period. All right. But I don't see that ever happening. So
he has a point.
Whatever.
Though. He has a point, because if y'all can beat them, y'all definitely make a case. And if y'all run the table again next year, and it comes out to a similar situation, and y'all beat Georgia decisively in this bowl game, y'all have a case next year if you wind up in the same predicament again. So Rob has a point for y'all. Y'all could make a very, 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 hey, we beat them, we didn't get in, we beat them decisively. And especially, if Bama loses, hey, y'all are gonna have a hell of a case, and it will be noticed by people, and people are gonna point this out, and they're gonna say, hey, Bama lost last year. Florida State beat Georgia by a mom. Why didn't they get in? It's the same thing again, and the world and the troops might come to bat for y'all, and y'all might slide in there next year for the top 4 teams. So this could be a very big win for y'all, even though you're not getting a national championship, if you manage to pull this off the way. And if Bama don't win, especially Bama get knocked out right away, this could very much well play something huge for y'all right now. So y'all might want to keep that in mind. You might want to keep that in mind. But we know college football is going to be off the chain. We love it. We love it. We love it. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to continue in the sports because that's what we do here. Sports, baby. Me and Rob have been pondering this thing. So, back in the day, we didn't have all these replays and everything like that. And we didn't have all the technology. So, what if we had a no replay week? Just 1 week, that set of games in that sport, no replays. Okay? No replays. You slide the elbow off on him, it's gonna ride this week. Especially in the NBA, Draymond might give you a little testicle tap, if he might get one past the ref, you never know. It might happen. But how interesting would this make this? Just a no replay week. Just a no replay. Of course, you're going to see the crap he did to Rudy Gobert the other day. Rudy, I'm going to just say this, Rudy. You 7 feet tall. You better go get right. I'm going in the locker room, and ahead of the next schedule, I'm letting them know, hey, bro, I'm about to get suspended. I'm about to walk out shit, and I'm about to square Draymond off and walk off her.
Beat is it in.
Oh, yeah, I'm walking up. Bam! And I'm going to walk right off. If I got to do it right after tip off, I'm going to make this statement happen right then and there. And I'm going to let him know how I'm coming. Because you can't nah, Rudy. I just had to use you an example, though. But how interesting would this make this, though, Rob? Because you have people now, they got to live with however the call is for that week. Yep. What do you think that'll do, bro?
Yeah, man. I think it'd be real interesting because it's one of those things it's been, like you said, it's been so ingrained into us for so long that because I'm thinking man, while we were talking, all the throwbacks and all the jerseys and everything, we go back all to the time that there were no replays. Replay is very much still even though it's been refined, it's still a fairly new topic or a fairly new apparatus that sports have expanded on over time. And if we basically had no replay, so there's no, you can just make a call. There is no, you make a call, but we'll just basically make it and then let it go to replay just so we can confirm it. No, man, it's straight up no replay. Whatever the call is whatever the call is. There's no erasers on the pencil. It's basically whatever it's gonna be, you gotta live with it. And everybody has to live with it. So with MLB, if there's a call strike 3 that's outside the plate, that's just what it is. Or if they hit, or if basically there's a bang bang play on the bases, they said they caught it on, but they said the runner got there, gotta live with it. This is it. Basketball, say it opposing team touched it before it went out, but they called it that the home team loses the ball. It's what it is. It doesn't matter. And granted, I know the first thing people gonna say is, well, what about betting? Well, it's a solid playing field. Betting is betting. You basically take betting for what it is. You're putting your money on the line because you're I just really want to put my money on the line for what's going to happen. There's always some level of human error that's going to happen with betting and with sports. So it's not as if there's some kind of special thing you really need to have when it comes to replay. I mean, granted, if you basically have people that are going to bet, they want to know that the person is basically doing the best that they can and making the right plays. And if they're not, then technology may come in to help. But still, it's still to the point of, you have everything on a level playing field. It's not as if one team gets replay and the other one doesn't. Everybody don't. So you take it back to an olden time that you have to pay attention to what's going on. The officials have to pay attention to what's going on. And the players they're paying attention anyway, but they also are basically going to be under the same set standard. So having a replay week, it's kind of man, this is what it was. This is how it used to be. This is throwback. This is legitimate throwback, not just let's sell some jerseys and let's do some stuff. This is legitimate. Push it all the way back to a time before we had somebody go into a booth or going to, Stankonia or wherever they do it. Secaucus, that's what it is.
Yep,
Secaucus in with the NBA. Nah, man, just have it straight up. Be no replay. Everything is called. All calls are final, and keep it like that.
Speaking of the word Secaucus, I just gotta say y'all should have placed that in a better place because me personally, I would have made a bunch of jokes on there that probably would have been got me fined. Sakaka, that would have been the first one that came out my
Lake
mouth.
Titty Sakaka.
Yep, and they would have been like, you know what, we got to get him off there.
Like get him out of here.
Out of
get him out.
Now. But it would make this very interesting though. Just 1 week. That's all I'm asking for. 1 week.
Just what? That's
1 week. You look. Your foot was on the line and they didn't catch it. They ride that week.
No ball. I touched the ball before it went out, coach. Nah, man, none of that.
Nah, I ain't touched that, coach. They lying, coach. They don't even know what they talking about. It ain't even me. It ain't even me. But we're gonna switch gears a little bit because we always gotta, hit y'all with something. We don't want our crazy ideas. So this is something that I know me and Ron probably about to take like a little bit of a deep dive on this one. So, how much is too much celebration in the NFL? Okay. And we're going to talk about this for a couple reasons. One, being the Tyreek Hill incident.
Mm-hmm.
And two, NFL, y'all are some master goddamn promoters and taking stuff that players do and then advertising it on the Twitter. We just talked about this. You guys find Josh Allen for a picture with him pointing at somebody and then use that same picture, the same picture,
exactly,
to promote a tweet. The same thing you just fined him for. You flipped it and said, look at Josh Allen going ham. Go Bills. How do you do this? How do you find someone for something and then take that moment and turn it into promotion? Granted, you had a cameraman, lost his job. He knows Tyreek.
Mm-hmm.
He had met Tyreek. Whole backstory is he knew Tyreek. Before he got there, Tyreek sees him. He runs over, grabs his phone, does the backflip, hands him his phone back. Cool. Me and Rob kind of discussed it a little bit. We understand that it's a player staff issue that you don't want to have. Okay? You don't want them to get into it with each other and stuff like that. Fine. But I gotta say this before Rob kind of gives what he has to say. We see you guys constantly use clips of people celebrating. The Gritty. No matter what, I'm gonna use the Gritty as one. The Gritty took off. Every little kid does it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling players, mind you, little kids look up to these players. I want to be the next Tyreek Hill. I want to be the next Jamar Chase. I want to be the next Joe Burrow. I want to be the next Josh Allen. So you're finding the players, and then this takes away the personality that the kids see because the kids celebrate. They do the Gritty. They might point. They might do a yell. They might do the Superman Cam Newton, people shirt. But it is what it is. But you can't take this, find somebody, then use what they just did for promotion. You're literally going against what you're saying. And first, we're going to kind of touch around the Tyreek incident, like I said, because me and Rob feel a certain type of way about that. And then I kind of want to look at what's too much celebration, because I kind of feel like it turns up the game, Rob. You don't want them to celebrate. You need to stop them from getting in the end zone, all right? That's it. It's that simple. You can say, oh, it's too excessive. Well, they just went 98 yards. If they go 99 yards on one play, hell, I feel like they deserve to have the next minute if they want to get down. They can line up and electric slide on y'all if they want. You shouldn't have let it happen. Okay? It's that simple. But Rob, go ahead. I want to hear your take on how you feel about everything.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct, bro. Like, I hate the hypocrisy that the NFL does with this shit. Because, like, NFL will basically be like, you should never, celebrate like that. You shouldn't, you shouldn't take props and you shouldn't do all this. And then turn around and put it on the social media pages. Put it on all this stuff. Because they, like you said, they'll be like, hey, we don't want kids to replicate this in their games. But then they blast it on Twitter saying, hey, look at this cool thing they just did. Who are you for? Like, you're basically talking out both sides of your neck. Like, you need to stay consistent. If you basically are like, this is so bad, this is so egregious that we need to fine you, we need to basically, like, it was that unsportsmanlike call that Josh Allen had where he pointed the dude down. Like, we're going to take this away from you, or we're going to penalize you for doing this and then post it on social media. Like, which one is it? Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one Mike, bro? Like, pick a side. What are you wanting out of these players? You want them to just be like, Andrew Hawkins did when his touchdown celebration, place the ball down, turn around and go straight to the sideline? Or do you want these guys to actually turn up, like Nate said? Like, do you want them to have fun that's going to bring more people in and actually have stuff that a lot of sports don't really have that opportunity to, which is you score. Outside of soccer, you score and then you basically have fireworks go off. It's a big thing. You got your teammates basically doing team celebrations, and you get your time on the stage to basically do things that people can actually talk about and take away from. Like, come on, man. You got to think about the bigger picture. And granted, yes, I know you don't want the people to do the Key and Peele or do the hip thrust. You don't want little kids to be doing that. But that's gonna happen anyway. Kids are just weird, dog.
Yes.
Like, my kids are weird. Like, they do all kinds of things that I'm like, what are you on, my dude or my girl? Like, what are you doing? And so, yeah, man, like, let these, like Ken Griffey said, let the kids play. These grown men, but let them do what they want to do, And granted, unless it's like they throwing up MAGA flags or some whatever, like, let them be, bro. Like, they just basically celebrating, but you can't be, I'm gonna penalize here, but I'm gonna show off on the other side. Don't be that. Don't be, y'all better than that. Not so really, look, but y'all need to.
That was a week 9 fine. That was a week 9 fine that he did that, all right? Pulled it up for you guys. This is week 9 for Josh Allen. That was a $10,927,000 fine for taunting. Okay. This year so far, there's been $190,000 for taunting. 2 of them, y'all consider celebrations, okay? But we're talking on a better part of $200,000 that you guys have fined these guys for turning up during the game. You know what? Give Ocho Cinco and goddamn Terrell Owens their money back. Okay? Give them their money back.
Retroactive refund?
Retroactive refund. I need it right now. I need to hear Ocho tell me that he got a refund for all of the crap that he's done, okay? I'm tired of this. Let these dudes turn up. Look, I enjoy whenever I see a team celebration. And don't talk about if it was a big man like an offensive lineman rumbled his way into the end zone. Baby, I want him to turn
bumbly, stumbly.
Rumbly, bumbly stuff. I want him to turn up whenever he hits the end zone, damn it. I want to see on the big TV. I want to be like, that man deserved that one. Let him dance for his 30 seconds. Let these players play. Y'all are acting like exactly. Give it to him, Rob. Give it to him.
Just all of that.
Just give
boom. Just boom. Boom. Oh, like, they need to do that.
Yes.
That's empowerment. They don't get that kind of love. Let that man and all of his roles be free to basically let us see. Just do it.
Do it. We're tired of this. We don't want, I understand that you guys say, oh, you're taunting your opponent, blah, blah, blah. But look, the taunt was deserved because at the end of the day, The objective of the game is to either score or stop them from scoring. He scored. He can celebrate now because he scored. It's not like he's out there doing the goddamn gritty and he didn't get a touchdown. He is celebrating in the end zone. It's called an end zone because he's hit the end of the zone where the touchdown is made. Let him celebrate. Let him turn up. Look, y'all had a commercial with a little kid doing the gritty. Can't remember exactly which commercial it was, but you guys had a commercial with a little kid doing the gritty, and you guys have had multiple Make-A-Wish and letting kids find this, and I forgot the little kid's name that would do interviews. I forgot his name, but you've even had him out there. I can't remember his name, but you've even had him out there and him talking to Jamar Chase. Oh yeah, man, I love the gritty, blah, blah, blah. So you guys know that this is what these kids see and what they love, and they love the personality of the players. Damn it, get rid of it. Hell, if they don't celebrate over a minute and a half, I'm cool with it, okay? I'm fine with it. Cause to me, whenever they score a touchdown, hell, you can make some pyrotechnics go off in there and let them dance for 30 seconds.
Slime them. Y'all been doing the slime them. Shit. They already dirty from the field. Slime them.
Imagine how turned up this. You guys let them do this. You're going to make this even more interesting, because I know personally, now I'm going to say, hey man, not only am I looking for this team to score, what kind of wild crap is they going to do whenever they get to the end zone this week? What are they going to do? And it's going to give people that little extra. It's like whenever you salt bait, you sprinkle a little extra, you be sprinkling salt on crap everywhere. It's the salt bait sprinkle in the end zone. Let them get their salt bait on and just let them sprinkle everywhere, bro. Let them sprinkle. Let them have this moment. Let them take that moment to the next level, bro. I love it, bro. I love it. I don't think that you guys should penalize these guys for this. I'm cool with the, hey, late hits and this, that, and the third. And look, that's safety protocol and stuff like that. But celebrations. Come on now, dog. It's a celebration.
I'm a celebration first. I'm a celebration first person. Like, celebrate while you still can, bro. Like Anderson .Paak said, like, it's hard as hell to basically get a score touchdown in the NFL. A lot of people don't, and let them do what they. But really, just don't be a hypocrite. Yeah. Don't be a goddamn hypocrite. Yeah. Like y'all need to stop that shit. Like that's the part where it's like, nah, bro.
And not to mention, if you don't want it, why is it in the Madden game? Why can I score a touchdown and then hit left or right, up or down on the joystick to celebrate in the end zone? If you don't want it, why is it in the game? So apparently we're making some sort of money off of this. I'm gonna just throw it out there.
Like you know it's what the people want, but yet you want to basically tell the players and take some game money from, like, take some actual, like, especially like a lot of these guys maybe on their first deal, maybe like a 6th round pick, they ain't making shit. Then you want to find them like $40,000 over some bullshit, and then use what they did to basically make some kind of thing. Like, nah, man, like, be better. Do better.
Let them people do their thing. But we gotta go another one of our good hypothetical, questions. Because me and Robin, we've pushed this one back for some weeks. This is one that we have rolled this topic on you guys so many times, and
y'all wouldn't believe it.
If y'all had, if this topic could speak, this topic would be like, I'm putting cases on Rob and Nate. I'm sending them to Pelican Bay whenever I get the chance.
Bro.
We kept rolling this one, but we have to talk about it. Now, you guys are talking about adding flag football to the Olympic sports. Nah, toss that out there. Toss that out. So, me and Rob was thinking, Olympic Ninja Warrior. Hear us out. Look, think about all of these dudes that you see doing all of this crazy parkour, jumping, running up stuff, and they in different countries, all these amazing athletes who they're not super big, but they're muscular, they can hold their own weight and backflip and hang by one arm for like 5-10 minutes and all of this. So look, let's turn this into an Olympic sport, bro. Let's see who has the freakiest, unorthodox gymnastic countryman out there to go out here and win Olympic Ninja Warrior. Same setup, different stages. How about this? We give each one of you guys a team of 3 to qualify. Alright? We can make it a team sport, y'all. There's 3 stages, and then how about this? On the final design stage, you run it like a relay. Alright? You put your people in different places. The person before has to complete, tag them, next person completes, and then you have that one person that's gonna finish it all off, hit the big button at the end. We playing for gold. If you want, you can do a solo and a team version of this. We're coming up with Olympic events for y'all. Some may be ridiculous, but a little refinement, can smooth everything out. We got this. Let them know, Rob. Let them know that we can do Olympic Ninja Warrior, bro.
Like, it's the easiest. Like, think about it. Like, NBC has basically owned the Olympics for forever. They also own American Ninja. They also own American Ninja Warrior. It's the easiest little transition to basically add that in. And like they said, like, have it basically like a relay. You can basically have it by weight class if you really wanted to. Like, there's so many different ways that you can basically have a Ninja Warrior, and everybody can do it. Like, it's one of those. It's not like football where you only gonna be making 6'8", 350 dudes that basically run a 4.5 That's only relevant to here. But as far as basically everybody got some kind of hippity flippity MFer that basically, can do all the kind of things. They could do that hardcore parkour and all that. It's so easy. Like, just add obstacle courses and basically put it all in the Olympics. You can, stage it out. You can just have it to where one person does the first one, one person does the second one, and the other one does that thing where they basically have to climb up and do the what I'm talking about. Like, they do the hands and the feet, and they gotta go all the way up and basically have that time between countries. And if you want to basically do like a combined score, that basically has who's gonna be on the medal stand. But every country can literally participate in it, and you can have the world championships. This is a whole marketing scheme. It's not a scheme. It's a marketing plan that you can basically have together with all the different countries. NBC can make double money. They can make all the stuff. I mean, we just give them free game here. Like, what we do in this podcast is that we give y'all this free game that y'all can go forth and conquer with. Y'all should be thanking us. Really don't. We don't get enough thanks for what we do. Like, the level of support we give to the world, we do not get the level of just thank you, just legit. Rob, Nate, thank you. Just say it. Look, you're in your car, you're in your home, you sitting there, you ain't got nothing to do that you're doing right now. Thank Rob and Nate. This is what you should be doing. All right. Like, look, I'm counting to 3. We're gonna do it together. All right. You there? Cool. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Rob and Nate.
That's all we want. That's all we
as a family.
That's all we want from you guys. That's it. And we got y'all. We just want a small percentage for life and for our kids' lives and after that.
Ever.
Yeah, pretty much forever. We gotta get this. Now, this is another topic that we've been watching this play out, and it's also going to touch upon the fineness of how to make the WNBA better, because me and Rob, we about to give y'all something, okay? So first, I'm not going to go too in-depth on what's going on with Angel Reese, but I'm going to use her personality as the basis for what we're about to say about this, okay? We thought about it, and the play of the WNBA stars is one thing, okay? But do you know why we really think that you guys are so lacking in the fan department? And we talked about this, and it didn't spark me and Rob till after we recorded the last show. Personalities. There are no personalities that you guys gravitate to like that in the WNBA. And I want you guys to walk with me here, and you're going to understand where I'm coming from. Big personalities is what kind of help build the NBA. The personality and the play. Okay? So you have some women that can play there. We just don't see the personality. We don't see the trash talking. We don't see the in-depth interviews. We don't see the sides of them that makes you say, I like that chick for what she does. You don't see that. And I'm going to take a little walk back in history. We've seen people like Will Chamberlain, who he was somewhat of a personality, you know, also out there messing with all them women, you know, putting up big numbers on and off the court. Now, with that being said, you graduated into an era of Larry and Magic and Larry. This began the era of Showtime and down-home country person with personalities that met in the finals, plus they were two of the biggest franchises, and it showed you a side of these people, and it started to let a personality shine. And whenever you give something personality or something that people can relate to, and it's marketed the right way, people draw into it. So you went from them to Mike.
Yep.
Mike took it to another level. Shoes, branding, commercials, be like Mike, McDonald's, him being Michael Jackson, Space Jam, Air Jordan symbol, everything like that. Okay? Now we've watched that blossom into multiple cats having personality. You guys can't tell me that you've never seen Damian Lillard dropping dimes, him and Kevin Love in the commercials, and Clifford Paul and LeBron James, whether he's playing himself as being young, old, or whatever in the beginning, Uncle Drew. We've had all of this amassed, and it's things that are, it's funny, it's witty, but it shows you a different side of the person outside of what's on the court. And I really thought about this, and I said, you don't have that in the WNBA. It's some chicks playing professional basketball, and we know nothing about them. We know nothing. Yeah. They're not showing a silly side. They're not showing a personality. They're not showing any of that. They're WNBA talent robots that people want to see played to a certain extent with a no personality that's being marketed. So we care nothing about this. Okay? We care nothing about this. And I'm going to use this example. You got a kid, or you got some small child in your family. What do them kids know? They know what other kids talk about. So if one kid in that classroom loves McDonald's and he done told him, hey bro, you're gonna love McDonald's. They give away toys and you can get nuggets and fries and they're so good and this, that, and the other. And they buy into that. Okay? Me personally, as a grown up, you're gonna realize later on not all of this is all that, and you're gonna probably have more options. You're gonna want something different. But kids buy into this. And as a person who watches sports, you have to have something that you buy into. Whether it be like the Luis Gonzalez bat flip, That was a vicious bat flip, Rob. Do you remember that?
In the World Series?
I don't want to say it was one in the World Series. I want to say it was the one that he got fined for. I think that was Luis Gonzalez. I'm trying to remember who it was. It was a Diamondbacks hitter though, and he did the vicious bat flip, and people were talking about it. Can't remember exactly who, but people get into watching people's personality shine in moments like that. Whether it be a bat flip or a wrist tap or I got ice in my veins or whatever it is, we buy into this. And Angel Reese gave women's basketball a little joke. Cause she's shit talking, she's in her face, she's this, she's that, she's showing y'all that she's beautiful, she's a personality. And I said, this is part of what the WNBA needs. And I know it's gonna be some of y'all out there saying, nah, she got this, she got a bad attitude, she ain't playing with her team. But she's made more money right now than what she would make going into the WNBA. That's the sad part. At a collegiate level, she's made more money than what she would make going in there right now. So, why would I leave where I'm at making over $1 million? Because right now I think she's like at $1 or $1.2 million. I don't think that there's a star in the WNBA making $1.2 million right now in a year. I think their highest salary cap is $200,000, maybe a little bit more, something like that. So she's making 5 times what somebody makes, and it made me think. Why do I like Angel Reese so much? Outside, being purple and gold, go LSU as usual,
Go Tigers.
But then it hit me. Personality. A person who shows me who they are. And then she shows me her passion and love for the game. And she shows another side of her outside of her being just labeled, she's Angel Reese, the LSU star. Nah, because whenever I think about her now, she's Angel Reese, the person who gets in your face and in your TV screen. She's on IG, she's talking to people, she's posting pics, she's showing you something else. And then I don't feel like any of that is marketed for any WNBA player. I don't know, Rob. What you think? Maybe I'm looking at it too deep.
So I don't. Yeah, so I would say, I agree with a good amount of what you said, because, like, to be honest, like, Angel Reese is not just a star within college basketball, like women's college basketball. She's a star. She's the top star of all college basketball. Like,
yes.
I don't think that y'all, like, it might be some of y'all that follow college basketball to, a greater extent, but I can't think of anybody that is more talked about or more known in all of college basketball than Angel Reese. And back in my day, the only players that I can remember, like, from the women's college basketball side that would transcend was like Candace Parker, Paige Beckers. That's really it. Like, it's really, and even with like Paige Beckers and like Sabrina Nwansu, like, that was the Kobe rub, and all that. But it's so, like, Angel Reese is like brash. She got up in Caitlin Clark's face, and, like, basically told us, like, hey, this is my championship now, and, like, really took the bull by the horns. And like, there's not a ton of WNBA stars outside of Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson is the one where I'm like, nah, she's her. We always say, like, man, that's him. Yeah, I'm him. Like, no, that's her. Like, she is the woman of like women's sports from a domestic side. Like, I love Asia Wilson. Like, she is the absolute, like, star of the WNBA. But there's not a ton of Asia Wilsons that's out there within the WNBA. There may be coming. And I think when it comes to sports in general, like, there's not a ton of, like, cats with personality. There's, like, you have some that really stand out, Like you got like say Anthony Edwards in the NBA. There's not a ton of Anthony Edwards out there in the NBA. He is a special cat.
Oh yeah.
And like he could ball, and he basically is somebody that you like, okay, yeah, I rocks with dude. Outside of that, controversy he had, some months ago. But there's not a ton of like players that you can basically be like, yeah, this is that person, or this is the one that they gonna wrap their arms around and basically say, this is who we love. But as far as with the women's college basketball, as far as with the WNBA, now that there are more that are coming, you got Juju Watkins that's out there at USC. You got Haley Van Slyke, I think that's what her name was, that played for LSU. Like you got more people. Oh, and Flau'jae from LSU.
Yeah,
like you got more people that's basically out here that's like really doing the damn thing and making it to where it's like, you gotta come see me. You want to come see me. Like kind of like that Mayweather effect is like, because shit's racist. Like people go into the shit where it's like, I want to see that black person lose. I want to make it happen. And, people gonna deny it, but I see your tweets. I see your words. Your unconscious bias, shows into my conscious. All right, but it's still to where there's more eyes, good or bad, on the sport and on the product, and that's going to help for generating revenue, generating ticket sales for future WNBA expansion, which they are really trying to push for. Like as time goes on, it's going to be more personalities that's probably going to come out, and more people that are trying to basically make a name for themselves, for their families, and for the sports in general. So I mean, I love it. Keep going, and yeah, it's gonna get better. It's taking some time, especially with gambling getting more expanded, and more states having legalized gambling, and more people putting in more time and seeing how things are going on. So like it's just taking more time.
Yeah. And WNBA, we say this not to bash you, because enough people have bashed you. Even I've had my moment where I get upset with how y'all handle shit. But we say this because if you want these women to get paid, you have to nurture the other intangibles to push this to the next level. If we don't nurture this isn't going to be a good thing. You're starting to go up, but this is going to be the real, this is going to be the real push. Nurture these chicks and make sure that they can get paid on the level of what they're coming out of college and getting these deals, and say, hey, WNBA, well, look at the NBA and say, hey, look, I know that we borrowed some money from you, but this is what we need right now, because we need to push these people. We need to pack the house right now. Yep. Nurture these personalities, get these chicks out there, get it going, and in the long run, in the next 5-10 years, you'll start seeing this payoff. And the minute that you see this payoff, you're gonna say, them two dudes from Bramigos podcast, right? We should have listened to them. We should have been tuning in to hear exactly what they have to say, because they know exactly what's going on. And I promise you, you're going to be on point. I guarantee. It's no other way out of it. I had that thought process about it, Rob, and I was like, we don't have any personalities over there. It's nothing for us to say, I like that person over there, let me go watch. It's maybe one person, and that's it, and it's not enough of them. We need this. Give the WNBA personality, okay? Let the personality shine on me. You got to get your big crit on sometime and let them come through and let it shine on in. But
and wrestling used to call it like talking people into the tent.
Yep.
Or I think it's like a circus term. Like you got to talk these people into the tent sometimes, and wrestling has this problem too. Like a lot of sports and a lot of things have this problem. Baseball, I've been mostly critical on this exact problem.
Yeah.
You know, like, you got to talk these people into the tent, and they don't do a good job of doing that. And I mean, it's hard because you're trying to basically talk millions upon millions of people into the tent, and they all have their ways of why they want to go in and why they don't. So it's hard, but Angel Reese has been doing the damn thing and basically been getting a lot of notoriety, and a lot more people, for good or bad, talk about women's college basketball than they ever have, for real, outside of, like I said, when Paige Beckers or Candace Parker or somebody like that is out there. So it's good.
Yeah. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show for you guys. Thank you. You know, we want to always say you guys tune in, like, subscribe, spend your time with your boys. You know that we got some good stuff for you guys always here at Bramigos Podcast. You see everything on the screen. We love you guys. Like, subscribe, share, tell your people about us. We love doing this. We're not gonna stop. We love this too much. we do love doing this. But we're out. Take them out, Rob. Let them know.
Good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. All that. You know, like, peace, love. Hope y'all had a good weekend. We out of here.
Deuces.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Bramigos Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.